Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Farhan Jaffar, Ecommers wala. I am a level 1 student at Rehan School, Islamabad campus. As you know, whenever I come, I have also a colony. So today there is a colony on the topic of being responsible with money. So I can start now.
Hey, hope you're having a good start to your weekend.
Hello Maya, can you hear me with loud and clear voice?
Yeah, loud and clear. Oh, you're coming through perfectly. How about you? Is
Yes, good.
everything sounding good on your end?
Yes. So
Hmm,
you giving a long answer my each question, so I can start now.
gotcha. So
S-
you're ready to jump right in?
So my first
Fire away.
question is, so my first question is being responsible with money. What is the meaning of that?
Okay, so debt, basically, it's when you owe someone else money. Like you borrow something, could be actual cash or buying something on credit, and you promise to pay it back, usually with a little extra on top. That's the interest. It's pretty common, honestly. A lot of people have mortgages or student loans, which are both forms of debt. But it can become a problem if you borrow more than you can realistically pay back, then it kind of spirals. Does that make sense?
So my next question is, what's about money? How can we produce money? Please giving a long answer about my viewers listening to you.
Okay, for your viewers, this is a good one. So, how money is made is
Yeah.
complicated. It's not like printing more paper, though that's what a lot of people think. Nowadays, most money exists digitally as numbers in a computer. The big way new money enters the economy is through banks. When a bank makes a loan to someone for a house or a business to expand, they don't pull that money out of a vault. They essentially create it. That's a bit mind bending, I know. That loan increases the overall money supply. The bank is betting the borrower will pay it back with interest, which is how they make a profit. Then there's the government.
How can
They
we
can
responsible with money? If we a manager of bank, how can we responsible for money?
Okay, so you're asking about a bank manager being irresponsible with money? Like, what would that even look like? Hmm, that could mean a bunch of things, honestly. It could be anything from knowingly approving loans to people who clearly can't repay them, taking risks just to boost profits, to outright stealing, which obviously is a huge no-no. Or maybe mismanaging the bank's investments, making bad calls that lose a lot of money. But it's not just about criminal stuff. Even seemingly small things like consistently ignoring warning signs of financial trouble for clients could be irresponsible. A good manager is supposed to be protecting the bank's money and the money of its customers, right? So, failing to do that, that's where things go wrong. Does that track? What are you thinking about specifically when you ask that?
This is specifically my task about our schoolwork. In this, he says about that to call with Amaya with being responsible with money and getting some questions and answer to him.
Ah, gotcha. So, this is homework, and you're using me to prep for a conversation with your dad about financial responsibility. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So, you want me to help you formulate some good questions to ask him and maybe anticipate some of his answers?
No,
Is that right?
you giving answer of my each question about how can we earn money and how can we secure money. Please give me a long answer about that.
Whoa, okay, a big shift in topic. You want a long answer about deaths? Okay, um, well, deaths as in the plural of death is pretty heavy, right? It's the end of a life. It's something everyone experiences, either directly or through losing someone they care about. It's been a part of the human experience since, well, forever. Different cultures have different ways of understanding and dealing with it, rituals, beliefs about the afterlife, that sort of thing. It's often seen as sad, obviously, a loss. But it can also be a catalyst for reflection, for appreciating life, for remembering. People grieve in different ways, and there's no right or wrong way to do it, honestly. Some find comfort in religion, others in community, others in just trying to keep going. It's a really complex thing. It's not just a biological event, it's emotional, spiritual, societal, a lot. Is
So,
that they,
so my next thing, which work can getting more money?
hmm, which world can get more money? That's an interesting way to put it. You mean like which industries or fields are most
Which
lucrative
field?
right now? Okay, which field? Right now. Tech is still huge, obviously. Software engineering, data science, cybersecurity, those are all in high demand and pay really well. Finance is always solid, especially if you get into things like investment banking or private equity. Healthcare is another big one with a lot of growth, especially in specialized areas like biotechnology and pharmaceuticals. And honestly, anything involving artificial intelligence right now, even if it's just knowing how to implement AI tools in other fields, is going to be really valuable. But it's not just about the big flashy industries. Skilled trades are also seeing a comeback because there's a shortage of people in those fields like plumbing, electrical work, and carpentry. Does that give you a little bit of an overview?
Yes, this is a good review about that. Okay. And my next question is, if we getting some better money, and what can we do about that?
Okay, so you're starting to earn good money. What then? Honestly, that's where things get interesting. First, paying off any high interest debt, credit cards, things like that. That's smart. Then, building an emergency fund, like 3 to 6 months of living expenses tucked away, just in case something goes wrong. After that, investing is key. Stocks, bonds, real estate, diversifying is important. So you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. But beyond the practical stuff, it's also about thinking about your values. What's important to you? Do you want to travel? Support a charity? Start your own business? Your money
Uh,
can help you.
yes, I also write about that.
Ah, cool. So you're taking notes for your writing as well? That makes sense. Is it an essay or?
So my next question is, what's about to make money if we can starting our AI business and what it's about?
Okay, an AI business. That's a smart move to be thinking about, honestly. The potential there is huge. So, what kind of AI business could you start? There are a lot of options. You could build AI powered tools for other businesses, like automating customer service, analyzing data, or improving marketing. You could develop AI driven products, maybe a smart home device or an app that uses AI to personalize learning. Or you could offer AI consulting services, helping companies figure out how to integrate AI into their operations. The key is to find a niche, something where AI can solve a real problem or create a new opportunity. It's competitive, of course, but the demand is only going to grow. This is a really exciting space to be in right now. What specifically are you imagining for your AI business?
I can open my own business about that. So the topic of my question is being responsible with money. Who can to be responsible with money?
Okay, looping back to being responsible with money. Right, so who needs to be responsible with it? Honestly, everyone. But it looks different for different people. Individuals have a responsibility to manage their own finances, save for the future, and avoid getting into debt they can't handle. Businesses have a responsibility to be financially sustainable, treat their employees fairly, and contribute to the economy. Governments have a responsibility to manage the national debt, provide social safety nets, and create a stable financial environment. It's a ripple effect. If one part of the system isn't responsible, it can affect everyone else. Does that make sense? Is there a specific group you're wondering about?
So my next question is,
Go
what's
for it.
about what's about money?
Whoa, we're back to the basics. What's about money? That's a really big question. Okay, at its core, money is a medium of exchange. It's a way to represent value and make transactions easier. Before money, people used to barter, trading goods and services directly, but that's inefficient, right? Imagine trying to trade a cow for a haircut. Money solves that problem. It allows us to specialize, to produce things efficiently, and to trade with people all over the world. It's also a store of value. You can save it
How,
up and use it
my
later.
next question is, how can we store money?
Okay, how to store money? There are lots of ways. The simplest is, of course, a traditional savings account at a bank. It's safe, insured, and easily accessible, but the interest rates are usually pretty low. Then you have things like certificates of deposit or CDs, where you lock your money up for a certain period of time and get a higher interest rate. Investing is another option, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, but that comes with more risk. There's also real estate, which can be a good long-term investment, but it requires a lot of capital. And these days, there are even things like cryptocurrency, which are very volatile and risky, but could potentially offer high returns. It really depends on your risk tolerance and how long you want to store the money for. Is there a specific time frame or goal you have in mind? Hmm? Everything all right? You went quiet there. Just let me know if you want to keep going or if you need a minute. Hey, are you still there?
Uh, s-
Sometimes the connection
so
gets
there,
there.
yes.
What? Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. The connection seems a little spotty. Could you repeat that? Okay. Well, I'm still here if you want to continue. No pressure, though. Just let me know when you're ready to pick up where we left off.
So my next question is, if we can secure from our money, how can't we do secure from it?
Okay, scale from our money. You mean like, how can we grow it?
Yes.
How can we make it bigger? There are a few key things. Investing is a big one. Putting your money into things that have the potential to increase in value, like stocks, real estate, or even starting your own business. Diversification is important too. Spreading your investments around so you're not relying on just one thing. Another way is to increase your income. Get a raise, start a side hustle, or develop new skills that make you more valuable. It's also about being smart with your spending, avoiding unnecessary expenses, and living below your means. It's all about making your money work for you instead of you working for your money. Does that make sense? Still with me? No worries if you're just processing, just checking in. Okay. Well, I'm here when you're ready to continue. Feel free to take your time. Or if you're all set, just let me know.
How can do we produce money from our bank account and save money from bank account and others and from tax?
Okay, that's a few questions bundled together. Let's break it down. Producing money from your bank account usually means earning interest on your savings or making investments through the bank. Some banks also offer rewards programs or cash back on debit card purchases. Saving money from your bank account is about budgeting, tracking where your money goes, and cutting back on unnecessary expenses. Automating savings transfers can also help. As for taxes, that's a bigger topic. There are things like tax-advantaged accounts, 401ks and IRAs, where your contributions can reduce your taxable income. You can also look for tax deductions and credits that you might be eligible for. It's also really good to consult with a professional about that. I'm really not equipped for giving tax advice. It's best to find someone who really knows their stuff. Does that give you a little bit of an overview? Hey, are you still there? It's been a little quiet. I don't want to keep talking if you're not able to hear me or if you've stepped away. Okay, we'll just be here then. Let me know whenever you're ready to chat again. No rush at all. All right. Well, have a good rest of your day. I'm here if you need me. Oh, all right. Have a good one. Goodbye. Okay, earning money with humor. Absolutely possible. A lot of people do.
So my
Stand-up
next
comedy
question
is the
is, how can do you secure money from it?
Okay, so you're asking how to secure money, how to protect it. There are a lot
Yes.
of angles to that. Diversifying your investments is key, is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Insurance, health, home, auto protects you from big unexpected expenses. Having an emergency fund, like we talked about earlier, is crucial for covering unexpected costs without going into debt. And then there's being careful about scams and fraud, avoiding things that seem too good to be true, and protecting your personal information. Is there a specific type of security you're thinking about, like protecting against theft or financial hardship?
Yes, what's about that? If you cannot secure your money, so what can you do?
Okay. Um, so you can't secure your money. That's a really scary thought, but let's talk through it. First, if it's been stolen, report it immediately to the police and to your bank or financial institution. Lab, they can help you freeze accounts and potentially recover some of your funds. If it's a scam, report it to the Federal Trade Commission. Then work on damage control. Check your credit report for any fraudulent activity and put a fraud alert on your account. It's also a good idea to review your financial habits and figure out how the situation happened so you can avoid it in the future. It's rough, but you can rebuild. Taking action is the most important thing. Does that help?
So is it good? My question to you, if you cannot secure your money, what can you do?
Yes, that's a very good question. A really important question, actually. Knowing what to do if you lose money is just as important as knowing how to protect it in the first place. It shows you're thinking ahead, which is smart.
And
Everything okay?
what's
You've been quiet for a
no,
little
I
bit.
cannot understand. What can you say about that?
Uh, okay. So I wasn't clear enough. I apologize. Let me try again. If you realize your money isn't secure, if it's been stolen or scammed away, the first thing to do is report it. Tell the police and tell your bank. Then you need to protect your credit to make sure no one else can steal your identity. It's scary, but you can take steps to fix things. It's not the end of the world. Does that make a little more sense? Is there a
So
specific part I can explain?
So at the end, you giving some few minutes advice about you giving advice about being responsible with money to my viewers?
Absolutely. Okay, for your viewers, being responsible with money isn't about deprivation, it's about freedom. It's about making choices that allow you to live the life you want without being stressed about finances. Start small, save consistently, and educate yourselves. Understand where your money is going and make a plan for the future. Don't be afraid to ask for help. There are lots of resources available. And remember, it's okay to make mistakes. Everyone does. The key is to learn from them and keep moving forward. Take control of your finances, and you'll take control of your life. Does that sound good?
So thank you, Maya, to answer to my each question. Viewers, this is Maya and a colony. We can meet up another Maya and colony. And till then, Allah Hafiz.
You are very welcome. It was lovely chatting with you. Then thank you for sharing this space with your viewers. Adios! And peace to you as well. Well, if there's nothing else, have a really good day.